Greetings, this is Professor Quarter. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about the syllabus. Because the syllabus is a kind of living document between you and me, there are legal components to it, but as we saw in spring 2020, these are much more like guidelines for our class. I reserve the right, at least on some level, to modify the syllabus if needed, because who knows what sort of flexibility we may need as a result of whatever happens over the next few months because of the pandemic or any other crazy thing that could happen. But the goal is to adhere to this document as much to the letter as we could possibly do that. So here we go. If you come onto your Canvas site and you click on syllabus, you'll see that the syllabus opens up for you. It's Physical Geography 101. It doesn't really matter which of the classes you're in. They all are going to operate the same way in terms of this. And if you look here, I will go through some of the highlights such as they are. Probably the most important thing up front is that you do not need to buy the highly recommended, strongly recommended textbook for this class, which is Fundamentals of Physical Geography by Peterson, Sack, and Gabler, the custom edition or the second edition, which you can get through the bookstore at Santa Ana College. Any physical geography textbook that has a publication date of 2005 or more recent, you can use. That doesn't mean that they're going to be perfect. Some of the information in there may contradict what I say. Some of the information may be slightly different, but the basic information is going to be correct. Physical geography doesn't change that much. So if you buy a textbook from the University of Kentucky from somebody who had it last semester and you can get it for $5, and especially if it's these same authors, but it's a couple editions ago, it's going to be fine. It's just not going to line up exactly with the pages that I have outlined for you, but the information will be about the same. And if you have any questions on it, you can send me a picture of the one you're going to buy and I can give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever. I'm probably going to say go for it. Geography 101 fulfills the Rancho Santiago Community College District Plan A general education requirement for the Natural Sciences A category and fulfills the CSU Plan B transfer requirements for scientific inquiry and quantitative reasoning, physical science B1, including the AAT, ADT, and fulfills the IGETSI, which is the UC plan, Plan C transfer requirement for Area 5, Group A, Physical and Biological Sciences. These are the student learning outcomes and the DSPS statement. If you are DSPS, contact the DSPS department and they'll talk to me, I guess, or send me the paperwork. The instructor, which is me, reserves the right to modify this course overview if needed because of the current situation facing the country and the planet owing to the COVID-19 pandemic. Dynamic events may cause a need to alter the desired route for this course. Understanding and cooperation at this time is obviously of utmost importance. Attendance. So even though we're not going to meet in person, we are going to meet remotely, synchronously, as they call it, for each class, which is a Tuesday, Thursday class. So it's going to be important that you log on. I'm going to do things through conferences, which is over here on the left-hand side. You can see conferences. All you have to do is each day we're supposed to meet, click on, and at that time, click on conferences and just join the conference and you'll see that your name will show up for me and I will talk things through with the PowerPoint and explain things and maybe occasionally show a video. And at the same time, Canvas records this. And so for 2 weeks, you'll be able to have access to it. So you'll be able to go through the presentation for a couple of weeks if you want to do it to make sure that you got everything. That's the reason I do it on conferences, because it's nice and slick in that way, rather than doing it on Zoom, which has all sorts of issues with it that I don't want to deal with. You're expected to read at least in some capacity so that you're picking up the material that I'm going through. The course is divided into two basic parts, which is Earth movements in the atmosphere, and then the second part is geomorphology and geomorphic processes. These are the readings for the highly recommended textbook, but as long as you're reading the correct material, you will be okay. Course grade, 4 100-point multiple choice true-false exams given at the conclusion of each section. Each exam will be announced at least 1 week in advance. The likely first exam is about 4 weeks out from the start of the class. 8 homework assignments with varying point accumulations per exercise, but not exceeding about 20 points per exercise. These are assignments that require you to view online videos associated with the subject matter and will correspond with each section of the class. These cannot be completed late, and they cannot be made up. There's links to them so that you can see them. One is the Earth Revealed series, and the other is the Habitable Planet series. But there's links. Every time you come to them, there's a link. It'll bring you right to the thing that you're supposed to watch. There's a syllabus quiz worth 10 points. This has to be taken by the end of the second week of class. This quiz is a multiple choice quiz. It's multiple choice and true-false format. It's taken in Canvas. It is mandatory. Do not take it. You can find it in Module 1. The grades, basically, this is a straight scale. As you can see, A, B, C, D, F, and the straightest way you could do it. No tests or homework assignments will be dropped if a student performs poorly on exam or quiz or homework assignment. It cannot be retaken. No makeups will be allowed for any of the graded material. Absences cannot be made up. The final exam, which is the 4th section exam, cannot be made up and must be taken at the day and the hour assigned. Here's the important dates for the semester. Notice really for a Tuesday, Thursday class, the only real holiday is Thanksgiving, which is way out into November. I have down here at the bottom, you can see that you can record your grades if you want to do that, but Canvas will record all of your grades automatically over here in grades. I'm not going to click on this because there's people's names on there, but if you click on grades, you'll see your name and all of the grades will appear throughout the semester, and it even tabulates your grade so that you know what your grade is as you're going along. All right. I'll put this on here for you. You can watch this. It will be on Module 1. Good luck.